go, people.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
There it is. 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 We're here. We're here. All right. Welcome, everybody. My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. This is a special edition of the Tim Black Show. I didn't expect to be doing this today, so it is what it is. But thank you for being here. You caught this one on the fly, so that means that's cool. You got my announcements or my, you get those pop-ups or whatever. Thank you for coming in. So my people on Patreon and Facebook and YouTube, all my people that support this show, I got a special announcement about the Cornel West campaign. Some of you may have heard it already, but I want to give it to you myself. Okay, so we're going to go in like 30 seconds. Let me make sure that we good. We good? Sign of the Times. Thank you, Sign of the Times, for moderating for us. They ready? Okay. Okay, thank you, Johnson. I appreciate y'all. Lady Jackie in the house. Let me tell you like this. Dr. Cornel West put out a tweet. I'm going to show you the tweet. Someone said, you got receipts? I got receipts, Johnson. Let's go to the tweet. I'm very sorry about the resignation of Brother Peter Dow. Based on his health, I sincerely pray for him and his precious family and thank him for his service to my campaign. Peter Dow is gone from the campaign. He left the campaign. It's a wrap. This was the announcement that I saw. Peter Dow responded with a tweet that said that he was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, brought on from a number of things, but he did post a picture of what's going on in Israel, the war in Israel, the Gaza conflict, however you want to preface it, however you want to label it, whatever. And he was going through some personal things, and he decided that this was the best route to take. According to what I've seen, it doesn't sound like a termination. It sounds like a separation initiated by Peter Dow. It says here, resignation. And I want to be very clear. I want to be like, make sure we're saying things that I'm giving you the right information based on what's out here. Because there's going to be a lot of comments made about this, and there's going to be a lot of talk, and it's all going to be innuendo. And this is what we want to make sure. But I'm trying to make sure of. I'm doing my level best because my intention is not to add to the fire of the nonsense. Okay? My intention is to tell you exactly what's going on. What's exactly going on is that there's a campaign underway, and I'm not happy with the way things are going right now. I'm not happy with it back and forth, and I'm actually pretty pissed off right now. I'm livid right now, okay? Because I invest my time in this campaign just like you do. I invest my resources. I invest what I have. What I have is this show. What I have is my platform. I spent a decade building it by myself. Wasn't easy. You know how you know it's not easy? Look around at the black men doing it in the political space, and look at them. Look how well they're doing. Not the ones that work for CNN and MSNBC. I'm talking about the brothers who got it out the dirt. Not the ones who play basketball or who used to rap. I'm talking about I'm talking about black folks, right? Black men or women. Women too. It even gets worse when you start looking at black women. How they're doing, what they got to do to survive. Candace Owens style, that's what you got to do. So I use my meager, what I have, I push it to the center of the table on this campaign, and it's been tumultuous as hell. It's been not a friendly ride. Okay? So I want to be upfront with everybody else that's out there that's feeling the same way. I feel the same way you do. And I want to just make space for that and say, I get it. I'm not here to deny that it's a fucking roller coaster. Excuse my French. And yes, we do French on this show from time to time. But what we're not going to do on this show is we're not going to just say a bunch of nonsense based on nothing and just throw it out the window and just for clicks and views. We're not going to do that. So since I interviewed Peter Dow, I sat down and I talked to him. And I've interviewed Dr. Cornel West multiple times. Since I have Peter Dow's math and I've talked to him on the phone. And so here's the deal. 99% of the people that are going to put out content about this haven't spoke to Dr. West, haven't spoke to Peter Dow. Okay? So, and they have no inside information. They're just going to be blabbering things to smear a campaign because their friend told them to, or because that's the way it makes more money for them. It's an opportunistic thing. They don't know anything. They have no information. And that's what pisses me off, frankly, are the number of people that feast at the carcass. This shit is important. They say they want to get rid of Joe Biden. Do they really want to get rid of Joe Biden? They say they want to challenge the Democrats. Do they really want to challenge the Democrats? Or have they found some good talking points, some good shit to say in order to get clicks and views? Because Dr. West is still a vehicle to get that done. He's still a vehicle. He's still in the arena. He's still in the race. The announcement is not that Dr. West has thrown in the towel. The announcement is Peter Dow, he's saying health reasons. I want to see a doctor's note, Peter, because when I talked to you, brother, when I spoke to you, Peter, you gave me your word. You gave me your word, and I believed in you, Peter Dow. I was one of those people you went after, Peter Dow, back in the day. I was one of those people who you would harass on Twitter, and I threw that shit aside. Man, that's not important. This campaign is important. But when we sat down and we talked, when I sat down and talked to you, Peter Dow, I believed you. Now's not a good time. I'm live right now, brother. I believed you, Peter. I said, hey, I'm not going to be one of those people that prejudge. And I'm sorry, guys. Peter sounded pretty convincing that he was trying to make this run. That's how he sounded to me. And to the point of one of my first commenters today said, are you going to bring receipts? Yes, I'm going to bring receipts. Because I can bring receipts because I'm in the arena. Receipt number 1, Johnson. When I was talking to Peter Dow, when I spoke to Peter Dow, live on the air, you all could see it, it's still up. Peter Dow made this point, and this is one of the points that made me feel that I could trust Peter Dow, that he was serious when he said this.
Yeah, there are people about the money. And if you're about the money, you take the experience I had all those years and you go work for some lobbying group or some big organization and you make, a couple $1 million a year. And you sit back and, you use your contacts. You go through your Rolodex. Oh, I know this person. I know this. I mean, it's funny, Tim. I look back, half the people in media, mainstream media, whether MSNBC, the CNNs, the big campaign, the White House, elsewhere, are all people I had worked with in the past in some form or another. Either I sat next to them at the campaign or encountered them in my work. All those connections, I've sort of I haven't turned my back on all the individuals, but I've turned my back on that whole system and basically said, right now, I have a child. So my attitude is, what's the legacy am I going to leave for my child? What legacy will I be able to tell my child, I helped change the world in this way? Well, my attitude is, I'm going to help it with Dr. Cornel West. I think this is the legacy I want to be a part of.
That sounded believable to me. Sounded believable. Hell, I believe it now. I'm questioning what to believe, but I'm not as rock solid sure of it now as I was back when he said it back in September. But I believed it. It sounded solid because most of the people that are talking smack about this and about Peter and about whatever, once upon a time, they were Democrats themselves. And then they're not. They were something before, or they didn't participate at all, and now they do. So people evolve, people change, and he just said, hey, I know everybody you know, everybody you see on the MSNBC, CNN, and in the White House. That sounds like a person that's passing up a lot of money. See, a lot of what you're going to hear are going to be people throwing out conspiracy theories about Peter Dow being a plant, being sent here to do bad things. Peter Dow could have just went on and worked at the White House or just bit the bullet and did what most Democrats do, which is fold into it and stay nice and cozy in the bosom of the corporate system. So he's got a Rolodex full of people he could get help from or get work from. All he has to do is like stick it to the lefties, progressives, help do that, and he'll probably have a job. But he's not doing that. And when he said, hey, he wants a legacy, it sounded like I can't boo-hoo a guy who's basically saying the same thing I said. Now, is that genuine? I can't read his mind, but it sounded real to me. It sounded real to me. So that was something that kind of made me say, okay. Yeah, I know a lot of people are smearing him and saying he's horrible actor, bad actor, all these things, but people could change politics, right? I mean, it's not like, people change all types of things nowadays, don't they? It was crazy. The same people that say, you gotta accept people changing their pronouns, people changing their gender, people changing their anything else, have a hard time accepting that somebody could change who they fucking vote for. It just sounded crazy to me. That's when I realized I was not a lunatic. I'm a lunatic in some ways, but not in that way. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so that was one of the things. And once again, there will be people that have a lot to say. They haven't talked to Dr. Cornel West. They haven't talked to Peter Dow. They don't have their phone numbers. They don't have text messages. They got nothing. All they got is what their friend says and what these people on this group are saying, who they get views from, and their audience who they want to feed whatever the audience wants because they don't want to lose them. Only way I'm gonna lose black people is if I stab black people in the back. This is how that works. And I ain't gonna do that because that would be stabbing myself in the back and my kids in the back and my wife in the back. So back to Peter Dow. Peter Dow wasn't the only good answer Peter Dow gave me that no one else followed up on or did a video on. Not a single solitary person who shits on Peter Dow and Dr. West did a video about my very good interview with Peter Dow. They would rather go on their own narratives about Peter Dow. Once again, I'm still mad at Peter Dow because Peter Dow gave me his word. I thought he was going to ride this till the wheels came off. We're supposed to ride this all the way through. And he didn't text me and tell me he was leaving, which makes me question how cool we really are. But here goes another clip from my conversation with Peter Dow. Exclusive. Exclusive. Nobody else has this on the fucking internet. No one else has it. Former campaign manager for the Cornel West campaign. And let me just tell you that this was in response to the people that kept saying Dr. West was being fooled by Peter Dow. Because this is one of the running, I'm sorry guys, this is one of the running conspiracies that's out there, is that Peter Dow has somehow been able to manipulate Dr. West. He manipulated Dr. West and made Dr. West do all the things that Dr. West has been doing. Evil Lebanese man has infiltrated into the Cornel West camp. And he's not only infiltrated Dr. Cornel West's mind, he's infiltrated Anahita, both Dr. West's. Both the man and the woman, both the wife and the husband have been manipulated by the evil Peter Dow, who somehow has got them under a spell, a trickery spell. And it's like the most condescending thing in the world. Anybody with light skin, any white person, any white guy who's talking to a black man could just come in and make the black man do anything. And they got Dr. West walking around like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Whatever you say, Peter, what? I should do this? Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do, my brother. My brother, Peter. Yes, Peter, my brother, my brother. What else should I do, Peter, my brother? My brother, my brother, my brother. Whatever you say, my brother. Oh, I should jump out a window? I'm going to jump out the window, my brother. Oh, don't do it? Okay, I won't do it. Should I eat this? What should I do? So that was like the running narrative, and it was like horrible. It was like this was nonsense. This is what people were saying. So I asked Peter Dahl about it, and this was his response. Really condescending that they would suggest that Dr. West and the other Dr. West, Mrs. Dr. West, were somehow out of their minds, or they were succumbing to pressure from leftist activists. Not something that they were doing under their own volition.
But that's the piece of it that I have to say rankles me. I'm not going to lie. You know, implying somehow that the Dr. West and Dr. Anahito are somehow gullible people who are going to just be fooled by anybody that comes their way. That's insulting, and it's condescending, and it's demeaning. And that stuff I just reject outright. You know, you can disagree with me or other hires or decisions or policies they've had, but this indication that somehow, and not just him, like, you know, John Woo, Chris Hedges, you know, Jill Stein, these are people who've been devoted to the cause, and especially Dr. West. This man has put his life on the line for 4+ decades. Is he going to just be swayed by some guy who just comes and he you know, who's telling him do this or do that? That's the most ridiculous and demeaning thing. And I think we have to sort of, I said this before, we got to stand on principle on that stuff. That stuff is not acceptable. That stuff, you know, really is not correct. It's not right.
Yeah, I thought that was a very solid response. It seemed like he meant that. I was looking for it. I was like, oh, seems like he has a fondness for Dr. West, and he also felt offended for Dr. West on Dr. West's behalf. That people would just diminish Dr. West to that extent, to say he doesn't have control over his own decision-making. Grown-ass man, walking the earth, can't make his own decisions. So, yeah, I like that response. It's similar to the way I felt about it. And when you say Dr. West is delusional and can't make up his own mind and someone else is pulling puppet strings on him, that's basically saying that people that support him are fools. That's what that's saying. That's saying that everybody here that supports Dr. West is also a fool because they are supporting someone who's not in control of themselves. Basically, what they're saying is we support somebody like Joe Biden. Because that's what I think Joe Biden is. I don't think Joe Biden is running the country. I don't think Joe Biden can run the block. I don't think Joe Biden can run a carpet cleaner. He couldn't run a lawnmower, okay? That's what I think. But he's not running America. But there have been these Democrats and these so-called progressives and these liberals all smearing Dr. West. So yeah, I believe Peter Dahl when he said this because I agree with it. Maybe it was my bias, you know what I'm saying, that I believed it, but it seemed, you know, cognitive bias. It's what I want to hear, maybe. But he did say it. I didn't prompt him. That was his opinion. So I was ticked. I'm still, look, now this is from a guy who's still ticked because, right, I'm still upset because Peter Dahl, we're supposed to take this all the way to the House. And now you're not going to be able to take it to the House. No, you say you got health issues. I could say that. Everybody got something. Yeah, once you pass 45, kids, everybody got something, okay? You knowing what that is just none of your business. But everybody's got something. Whether they're public about it or private about it. There's something. So, you know, I don't know if I buy this whole health thing, but what I'm saying is, to the larger point, there are going to be people that are going to say a lot of things. They're going to say, got him. I knew it. I told you. That's what the comedian said, that the guy, he said it. He said Peter Dahl was a plant. To do what? He worked here for a month and he's gone. What did he do? Did he drop a bomb? What did he do? What? What do you write about? What did he accomplish? If his job was to thwart the campaign, what has he destroyed? What? So that wasn't the only clip I have of Dr. West, or my only clip of Peter Dow, right? Because we had an hour-long conversation. In fact, these are just snippets. But what I'm saying is the campaign manager for Dr. Cornel West has left the building. He resigned due to health concerns, and now Dr. West is looking for I'm assuming looking for another campaign manager. But if you're just showing up because I don't usually do a live stream on Thursday? And I don't much care who does because I'm just jumping in with some breaking news. I just want to pony up to the bar and tell everybody, don't listen to the BS nonsense that everyone's going to put out here. If you've ever ran a business or anything, you don't control employees leaving. If an employee resigns, they resign. What are you going to say? Don't resign? But somehow there are going to be people that blame Dr. West for him resigning. They'll say, you shouldn't have hired him. As if that's their decision. So no matter what he does, no matter what happens with the campaign, they got something bad to say. Because that's what they do. They're contrarians. And if you're a contrarian, there's always a lane for you because there's always people that are negative about everything. So all you got to do, you don't have to read anything. You don't have to study anything. You don't have to have any inside knowledge. All you got to do is sit outside and point at everything and find something wrong with it. And your people will go, ooh, this is good. I like this. This is what I'm talking about. I'm cynical too. I hate everything too. What's your solution? I got no solutions. I just hate everything. And I'm just going to eat some more hate because that's really good. Problem is, Black people don't have time for that. By the year 2043 or something, Black people's wealth will be almost zeroed out. We don't have time to sit around with contrarians, particularly white contrarians, going everything sucks, so don't do nothing. We don't have time for that. We can't just say nothing because it ain't just about us. It's not just about our emotions. Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm very angry, but guess what? I can't just rely on that because there's going to be an election. There's still an election going on, so what you going to do? Do nothing? Go watch Netflix? Go watch Amazon Prime, Hulu, Peacock? Watch some horrible shit on Tubi that you and I could have made ourselves? Maybe we should go into that business, we could probably make some money and help fund this Cornel West campaign. But yeah, I'm not saying that Peter Dow had any nefarious intentions. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I'm pissed because I believe he could have been helpful. I wasn't jumping up and down, yay, Peter Dow, but I believed him when we spoke after a few conversations, not just the one that you're seeing here. I believe that Peter Dow was serious. And I'm disappointed that he had to leave without getting the job done. He signed up to do a job. And Peter Dow, Lebanese brother, he knows what I'm talking about when I talk about honor and ethics and signing up and being a man of your word. And we spoke about that, about being men of our word. All right? So that wasn't the only clip I wanted to share. There was another clip. And in this clip, Peter Dow breaks down, because there's a lot of people talk about, a lot of people have spoken and tweeted, especially Twitter, X. X is just like a sewer. It's an open sewer of garbage thoughts from people whose identities are mostly hidden. And all they do is dump on each other all day. That's all they do. I try not to get wrapped up into it. I used to back in the day. Now I don't anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there are some good people, but it's like, it's overrun. It's a mess hall for morons. It's it's a gathering of negativity in this, you know. So there are a lot of people that was saying all types of stuff about, you know, like Peter Dow being like, you know, with the Democrats, and, you know, that's the way it is. You work with him once, you're done. Like he worked, like he was a Nazi or something, you know, like he was. I mean, even Klan members could get reformed, right? Isn't that what you guys were selling me before? It was like, oh, well, we got to work with everybody. Proud Boys and Boogaloo Boys and ex-Klan members or even current Klan members. We could send fat guy Daryl in. He'll talk to him and get a robe and everything will be fine. But for some reason, they felt like a person that worked with the Democrats is always a Democrat. Like they can't get rid of that. They can't walk away from that. Well, all you got to do is just change your election designation, your party affiliation. So Peter Dow, he spoke about why he moved away from the Democrats. Yeah, exclusive. Check it out.
He's the architect of a lot of the programs he's claiming to solve. If you look at like the crime bill, mass incarceration, things like that, I mean, his record is of creating the problems that now he's supposed to be the savior of. It's just laughable on its face that this is the man who Democrats are saying is the savior of democracy. Then again, it's the party itself. Republicans are awful. You know, a lot of leftists will you know, people say, well, why are you only going after Democrats? We don't only go after Democrats. I spent 25 years going after Republicans, but I reached a point where I thought Democrats were my allies, the Democratic establishment and the leadership. They're not my allies. They're in it with the Republicans. Their job is to make sure the big corporations get everything and the oligarchs and their billionaire donors get everything. That's what they do. It's a lie to the people that they're here to save democracy. That term is just so absurd.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Sounds pretty convincing, doesn't it? I mean, there are people watching this show right now who used to think Democrats were the good guys. There's also some dummies watching who think that Republicans are the good guys. They're missing the whole point. There are no good guys. Neither party is a good guy. They're both corporate. They're both company people. Company guys and gals. That's what they are. Okay? One tells one type of lie, the other tells another type of lie. But Peter Dow, that sounded reasonable to me, right? I mean, is that gullible? That sounds reasonable. No, that sounds reasonable. He went in on Biden. He said Biden is the chief architect who created the problems he's now saying he's going to solve. That shit ain't believable. Yeah, that's not, having that type of a stance is not a stance that's going to get you invited to many things here in D.C. I know, I'm here. I worked in government contracting for several years. This is not what you want to get on the VIP list with the elites, to be on camera saying, F Biden. That's not what you want to be doing. So either he's doing a really good job of pretending to be tired of Democrats and Republicans, or maybe that's how he really felt. And yeah, I'm still pissed off that he left the campaign. Not because he's the only person in the world that could do a good job. I'm sure Dr. West will find someone who can do a good job. In fact, I think Dr. West should have been out doing rallies. Yeah. He's supposed to be on the road doing rally after rally. Come on now, that's what we need to be. That's what needs to be happening right now. So maybe Peter Dow leaving, I don't know if Peter Dow, but like I said, I got to look at it like it was Cornel West, because Cornel West decides what Cornel West does, not Peter Dow, right? But is he facilitating that? Was he lining up those events? Was he aggressively making those arrangements for those events? I don't know. I have no way of knowing what happened behind the scenes. But I do know that's Dr. West's selling point. That's his strong suit. You can hire policy people to help write the policy. You can work with people on the policy end. Make sure your numbers line up. Make sure the policies make sense. Anytime you put stuff in writing, you need smart people on your team. But when it comes to facilitating getting out in the streets, come on now, that's where Dr. West is going to shine. That's where it's going to hurt Joe Biden and Donald Trump and Vivek Ramaswamy. Come on, guys. Come on. So yeah, it's not a good day. Or it is a good day. I think people should be somewhere in the middle on this. It's not the end of the world. The campaign goes on. If you don't like the way the campaign was going, it wasn't enough happening, maybe this will be a way to change that. Maybe this will usher in some new momentum, some new blood that will hit the ground running and get some things done. I didn't see a whole lot get done since Peter took the helm. But I believed he really wanted to get there. I believed, and I still believe that Peter wanted to get there. I don't know what happened. I do know this. This is a tweet that Peter put out a day ago. I think it's a day or two ago. That you won't see a Democrat put out. All right?
He's the architect of a lot of the programs.
This is not something you see. Very simple tweet. Very clear, isn't it? Very short. No word salad. Very to the point. And a lot of people that are talking smack about Peter Dow, what they do? Just saying, a lot of people talking smack. Did they vote for Biden? A lot of people that are talking smack, are they going to vote for Damn, I should have stuck the landing on that. A lot of people talking smack. Did they vote for Biden or will they vote for Biden? There it is. There it is. There it is, there it is, there it is. This ends careers, Johnson, as if his career wasn't already ended with a lot of folks. Okay? Okay? Right? I didn't vote for Biden in 2020, did you? I love to see the responses. And you know on Twitter X with all of the progressives and the liberals and the whole whatever they are, and folks, it's all relative to what you really are. You could be a real progressive that's truly about your business, or it could be a fake one. I don't know. Right? It's a shame we even got labels. But if we don't label stuff, we don't even know who we're talking about. But we all know how much heat he took for putting this on his timeline. Having a profile like his. Let's just say it didn't go unnoticed, I'm sure. All right. So yeah, it's a wrap. Peter Dow is out. He's no longer the campaign manager, and I'm assuming the Cornel West campaign 2024 is now looking for a new campaign manager. Pronto. And I hope that Dr. West will be out on the field, man, out at the rallies, doing his thing. I hope Cornel West will start Cornel Westing. Right? Because I still believe in this campaign, because I believe in the message of the campaign and the policies of the campaign and the time in history that we are at right now, where we got a weak-ass president in Joe Biden and a weak challenger in Donald Trump and an opportunity because we got people that are fed up of both of them. And we got the independents, which is the largest group of voters are independent voters who are neither Democrat or Republican. Let me do a Umar. The largest group of voters in America are independents, and they are neither Democrat nor Republican. That's the largest group of voters. So whenever you got that type of situation, and you got a guy like Dr. Cornel West who can go out and move the crowd, who can inspire with his words, who gonna tell the truth. See, when you're being honest, you don't gotta have a good memory. You just tell the truth, right? You always got a puncher's chance. You always got a puncher's chance to knock him out. So don't listen to these people telling you he don't got a shot. They ain't been watching. They said the same thing about Obama. It said the same thing about Trump. How many more times Big Mouth's gonna be proven wrong? I saw a whole table of elite commentators get their snot nose rocked, talking about Trump wasn't gonna win, and he did exactly that. Then they said Russia did it. And what happened with that, by the way? They just stopped talking about it because it was a narrative to avoid blame, dum-dum. That's all that was. Dr. Cornel West is the best opportunity for not only Black America, all of America. Let's hope all of America, including Black America, wakes up and makes the right decision. We don't have time to waste on another 4 years with Biden doing this much when he has this much power. He got this much power, he uses his pinky. Come on, man. Let me tell you another story that doesn't mean anything, man. Let me bore you with another story that has nothing to do with anything that's going on. Let me tell it to you. Come on, real deal, no joke. Let's talk. Let's talk about stuff that doesn't matter. Let me tell you about my dad. My dad would say, Joey, I'm not your father. I'd say, I know, Dad. I know. I'm dumb, though, Dad. I don't listen so well. Not a joke. It's real deal. It's the truth. It's honest. It's real. And other babbling, idiot, nonsense droll. We ain't got time for it. Peter Dow, I wish you well, my brother. I really do. Unless I get information that you were a plant, like these morons are going to run with for views, unless these other morons are going to pound their chest and go, ha, I knew I was right. What have you won, dummy? What have you won? Don't you see? We lose. Why are you cheering for the best candidate to have problems? And why is your audience okay with it? Because your audience are a bunch of Trump-loving bastards. That's why. That's really why. Or they're a bunch of Biden-loving bastards. Because there is nobody who really wants a better candidate, a better president in office that will be cheering about a bad day about a campaign that has the best policies this country has ever seen. For Black people, poor people, working people, bar none. I put his policies up against any other candidate's policies, including Bernie Sanders. They're more robust, they're more comprehensive. There it is. So, I just thought I'd go first. I'd jump out and tell you now and beat some of the people rushing to their microphones to say, told you so. What'd you tell us? That Peter Dow was a plant sent by the Republicans or the Democrats? Yeah. You're a flat earther. And it's useful as a penny with a hole in it. That dog don't hunt. The only reason why you're relevant is because you got a bunch of morons following you who don't know any better. And that's a sad thing. All right, my name is Tim Black. You know what to do. Follow us. Become a member of the show. Go to watchtimblack.com to watch more timblack.com. Go to jointimblack.com. Become a VIP member of the show. I want to say big ups to my people that got my back. I got your back just like you got my back. We got each other's back, Johnson. That's how this works. We a team. I got the best viewers on the globe. My people, my people, my people. And I want to thank my moderators who came through at short notice. I want to thank my VIPs, Lee Royster, Sign of the Times, Shogun, for being in the house. Thank you for being in the house. 324 C-Mac, good to see you, C4. Davis View, thank you for being a VIP. Arlene Chambers, thank you for being a VIP. Justin B. I'm rolling, I'm scrolling. Arlene Chambers, go time, Tim. You need to be the campaign manager for Dr. West. Back to the Green Party. Huh. Well, one thing's for certain. If I was a campaign manager, we'd be on the road. I wouldn't know the job, but somebody could tell me what to do. I can Google it. You know what I do? I use ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT for my for learning, for getting up to speed. And you know what? We'd be on the road and we'd be like this, inseparable on that damn road until we brought that trophy home. You understand what I'm saying? Stop putting a battery in my back. You put a battery in my back right now. Yo, what's it? Tim Black is boisterous. I'm unfiltered. I'm crazy. I'm crazy in love with my people, and I'm willing to die and fight for them and die for them and go to jail for them and all that good stuff, because that's what time it is. And if you say you a leader, you want to be a leader, you want to be influential for black people, and you ain't willing to do that, shut up. Because that's what time it is. That's what time it is. Everybody got a microphone, but everybody don't have a backbone. I'm Tim Black. Remember what I always say. Don't let nobody take your cornbread. Don't let nobody take your cornbread. And what's the word? Oh, I know. When they say, why do you support Dr. Cornel West? Why you listen to that crazy man, Tim Black? You tell him. It's a new day. It's a new day. Where you been? All right now. I'm crazy, y'all.